Alright, hey guys, I'm going to demonstrate the Arnold Press for my accessory movement. It's a really fun movement because it creates a lot of shoulder stability. It builds that shoulder up, so if you want those bolder shoulders, this is the movement for you. I learned this movement a few years back, and it's widely used in the bodybuilding world, hence the Arnold Press. So this press works the anterior part of the shoulder, which is the front part, right here. It works the lateral part of the shoulder, which is right here on the outside of the deltoid. It works the posterior part of the shoulder, which is right behind here. That's very important when it comes to overhead movements and shoulder stability. And it also works the triceps as well, which is right back here. So, a demonstration without the dumbbell I'm going to show first, just so you kind of get the gist of it. So let's say I have a dumbbell in my hand. My knuckle's going to be facing me before I start that movement, and then I'm going to rotate that dumbbell up until I'm in the overhead position with my arm locked out, and my knuckle will be now facing forward. And to bring it down, I'm going to rotate back and bring it back down to that front rack position with my knuckle facing me. Since this movement has some rotation in it and some overhead movement in it, I would recommend starting lighter if you have never done overhead movements or you've never done the Arnold Press before. I don't want to see anyone tweaking their shoulder or anything, so if you've never done it before, I would start at a manageable weight so you can get that form down before you start building in weight. If you've done it before and you feel safe with it, by all means, use whatever weight you're comfortable with. So here's with the dumbbell. The dumbbell will be facing sideways. The knuckle will be facing you. Your core is going to be nice and tight with that dumbbell in that front rack. From here, you're going to rotate that dumbbell up until you reach that overhead position. Your arm should be nice and locked out, your core nice and tight, keeping that dumbbell stabilized, and your knuckle should be facing forward at this point. So once you have reached that overhead position with your arm locked out, nice and stable, you're going to bring it back down. So we're going to then rotate that dumbbell back towards us, and our knuckle will be now facing us again. So that is the Arnold Press. You can use 2 at a time, or you can do 1 at a time, depending on what your focus is. But for this sake, I use 1 dumbbell. So that's the Arnold Press, and that's my accessory movement.